Hi guys, my name is Debbie and I'm an intuitive reader as well as a medium here, and I'm here to give some type of messages from beyond. Hopefully this does help and resonate for whomever this is meant for. Let's get into it. So hope you guys are doing well and let's get cracking. This is for a husband, I feel, that passed on. I know, I know I do a lot of relationships, marriages, but this is what I'm getting. I have to read what I get, kind of thing. I feel that there's a little bit of regret. I feel like he shoulda, woulda, coulda expressed how he truly felt about his wife more. I feel that there was a long time, of wishing her well, with how much that he loved her, kind of thing in regards to this marriage, this relationship here. I feel that this message is for the wife, but I feel like you knew how much that he loved her, that he loved you. But yeah, he feels regret that he didn't say anything. You got the Ten of Swords here. Occasionally from time to time, I feel like he was the type that just got overwhelmed. Why do I feel Aquarius? He could have been an Aquarius here, but the devil is showing up, and devil does represent, each major arcana represents a certain sign. This is Capricorn, so but I'm just shouting out the signs. I don't really go by the signs per se. I go by the energy of it all, but I do feel that he got a little overwhelmed and he kind of forgot, okay? Because he has 20 billion things on his mind, and I feel that he was a little bit of a workaholic, I feel, with that Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, he wishes that he had more time off, that he didn't work so hard, that life didn't get to him, that he wasn't always frustrated or grumpy about money or whatever. He just kind of, they're showing me my dad's house. We had he had a vacation home, his second home. Yeah, and it had a front porch, and if you sat on the front porch, you look out, it was lakefront property. You look out on the boats, the lake, the jet skiers, what do you call it? The jet skiers and the water skiers, okay. And just the sound of the waves coming in from all the commotion out on the lake, it was just very calming, and I feel like he needed that break. He needed to find his calming moment more. He wishes that he enjoyed his family, his love, okay, more than all the hustle and bustle, all the frustration that he went with work. I do feel that work played a huge part in that, there were things that were asked of him to take care of, and he said, I'll take care of it later. Well, later never came, Yeah, definitely. With the Emperor here, that's a father figure. That's a Aries energy as well, but I clarified that with the Hangman, So he was stuck, but he truly did love his wife, and I do feel that it. I feel the wife is crying. I feel a little bit emotional here. Not going to cry. I'm not going to cry, but I feel a little emotional, feeling that you just needed to hear that confirmation of how much that he did love you, because he had a hard time because he let the world, okay, the world struggle, the world of living, the world of responsibilities, the world of money, the world of, the pressure of everyday life here get into his head, and it overwhelmed him, and it made him forget what was really important. And now he's looking back at, I could have fixed this. Every once in a while, it's funny because I always say, I want to make sure I get front row seats with St. Peter. I can come up with whatever weird expression I can find, to make sure that I stay good, like I try to do good things. I try to do charity. I had just had a fundraiser on my Deb Just Readings channel for a friend of mine who is hitting some tough times right now. But yeah, this is not bragging rights or anything. I want to do it, And somebody commented during that fundraiser, during the live, and she's like, why don't you start a GoFundMe? And I was like, I thought about that, but I'm the type that, I want to show the work. You know what I mean? I'd rather work for the money and then distribute it. I can't say that word. the right way that I feel is best for helping this person, this friend of mine. So, but yeah, where was I going with this? But, sometimes you just have to kind of reflect. And I feel that he's reflecting on things that he wishes that he should have done here on earth. But he's not being cruel to himself. He just wishes that he wants his wife out there to know it's beautiful, actually. It is. That he tried his hardest here. Please forgive him for not really showing the love as much as he did love. He still loves you, but the way that he could have said it more or displayed it more or done cutesy things for you, appreciated you, showing signs of appreciation. He's saying this now to you. So there's a wife out there who's going to love this message, because I feel this tears, okay? I feel this emotion of just having that confirmation, knowing that even though you know that he always loved you and still does, that never dies. But yeah, and that definitely, that is going to mean something to you here for sure. Yeah, he says that this love will never pass, okay? Kind of energy here. It bothers him. He needed to open up. He needed to, I feel like this is he passed 3 years. Like, I just feel number 3 for some odd reason, but it's not like yesterday, kind of thing, energy here. This has been something that he's been wanting to get off of his chest. I literally heard that. I hope she takes it well. I literally heard, like, he has a deep voice. He's got, obviously, a deep little laughter to it, I wouldn't call it a giggle, because with that deep voice, that's no giggle. That's a true laugh. Unlike mine, of course. It's hard to kind of restart, to kind of get his grounding on the other side. That's interesting. Well, it's kind of like the energy of, well, this is a whole new place, isn't it now? he's the type that, okay, see, he's very comparison to me. I used to, I'm still not the greatest confident driver. I drive and I focus. I don't drink and drive. I don't believe in that. But I'm so misdirected. I know I've said this before. My cousin bought me a bumper sticker that said, "Don't follow me, I'm lost too." So in regards to direction, I'm one of those lost people. But I feel like once I get used to a pattern where I know the roads, I always used to say that I was going to have to buy a house on Route 309. I know nobody really understands unless you're local, but this is outside of Philadelphia back in the day, when I'm referring this to 309. But yeah, and sure enough, there was an apartment complex, and we wound up getting an apartment there. And it was right off of 309. I can't think of the name of it, but anyway, I don't even know if that they're still in business. But yeah, it was a long time ago. I was thin. I say that, but yeah, it did come into fruition. Surprise, surprise. But that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that, he's kind of like, I can't be steered off of 309. He's not really saying that, but you get my point. He's used to his area. He's used to his surroundings, and this is a totally different area here where he has to kind of investigate again and kind of get a feel for the place and the surrounding. Okay. That was a story that went way out of bounds here. But yeah. He's laughing at me. He's laughing at me. He's chuckling. We'll put it that way. I literally heard him say, "Are you now as much confused as I am after that story?" Nice, man. He's kidding. But no, he's very happy. He's balanced here, okay? At least he has a sense of humor and he knows what I'm saying here. But yeah. I feel like he's reunited with some people. People from across the room. You know what it feels like? I feel like it's like a a social gathering. Like this big, huge social gathering of like people from his past that he's just running into here. That's wild. I never envisioned the afterlife like this. Never. But it kind of shocked him. But he's eager and ready to investigate. He's one of those that likes to explore. My husband used to do that. Like it would be a Sunday. We used to live out in Utah, Saratoga Springs, Utah. Anybody from there? Shout me out or shout you out kind of thing. But yeah, but it was beautiful. The mountains were absolutely amazing out there. And the weather was always nice. My kids, it was 50 degrees out. Snow was barely falling and my kids were out in shorts playing. Because 50 is like spring around here in the Poconos. But anyway, but I just feel that he was an explorer. You know, we used to take rides, you know, because Sunday was a very precious day with the Mormon community, okay? And they stayed home and they prayed a lot, so we would take advantage of that. There was no traffic, so we used to go for really long traveling rides in Utah, you know, on a Sunday. And it was so much fun because it was like Free Willy out there, you know? And you got to look at all the mountains and the beauty of it all. You know, we went up to, what was the Sundance and the Olympics. We hit up the Olympics up there, like beautiful area, right? But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's not up in the mountains or anything, but he's definitely checking out the scenery. He's exploring everything. I feel like he worries about his people at home here on Earth, okay? I literally heard him say, and he got really serious with his voice here. He's got a very descriptive type of voice. When he's serious, you can tell a difference, you know. I'm sorry that I'm not there, basically. I'm sorry again. You got two apology cards here. The Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups are both apology here, you know. I feel like the second apology, I feel it's kind of, I'm sorry that I left you with all this hard work to do to things figure out. And I feel like the wife is basically saying, I got it, you know, don't worry. I feel like the wife has some kind of family help, you know. They're showing me my dad. My dad was very handy. My husband was very handy, but when he was sick, my dad would come over and he would fix things, you know, for me. He was a handyman. One day I feel that you two will definitely reunite. I feel like this is the wife's dream one day. You're not going anywhere anytime soon. You know, that's what I always have to say here. He knows how much that you miss him, absolutely. He does hear you, okay? He tries to respond back here from time to time. He's got 2 knights, so it's not kind of like, Knight of Wands is kind of like an in and out. But when you call his name, he's right there. He's right there. So just call him in, wait a few minutes, and I feel like you're going to be feeling his energy. You're going to feel this warmth, which is wild because normally spirits are portrayed with cooler energy, like a breeze, and there's no air conditioning, there's no fan on, you know, the window's not open, and all of a sudden you feel this cold air. No, for him, it's warm, and that's the love that he has for you here. I feel like he was guided by his spirit guide. He's got Judgment and the High Priestess here, and I feel like he literally had a communication with his spirit guide crossing over saying, but I can't leave my family behind. That's sad. But I feel like he also knew in the sense that it was his time to move forward here. Now, I feel that this could be for somebody different, I almost feel. But I feel like there was this moment where the wife kind of cried out, "Don't go." And I feel like whoever that was, he did hear you, okay? Which kind of gave him that hesitation to cross over. Not that you're a bad person, you know what I mean? People say, I say it, I don't want people to go, and I probably have said that myself, so. I feel like he wants you to reflect on the good times. When you first got married, the giggling, the weird arguments, the weird disputes. Not that it was brutal. It was just like they're showing me the time when I accidentally left the ketchup bottle out. Like we made cheeseburgers or whatever that night. We were honeymooners, and I left it out, and he had a fit, and he's like, "You need to put it away." But yeah, and I'm like, really? I'll get to it. I'm sorry. I still have to come back and do the dishes, so calm down, But no, it was my fault, but I didn't expect that dumb response out of his mouth, flipping on me for a stupid ketchup bottle, But anyway, we didn't get into a big fight about it, but I was just like, what? Like, what got into you? I feel like he wants you to reminisce, even through the I literally heard dumb disagreements, okay? I literally heard the silly things that we would disagree upon, okay? And how they're all minimal, like they're not a big deal, but they were funny. Like, it's one of those things where you reflect on something that took place in your life, and like years later, you're like, hey, you remember the time when Deb left the ketchup bottle out? and say, what a stupid argument we had over that, and just laugh about it. I know it sounds weird, but that's the message. But he also wants you to remember the good times, the fun times, the feeling of love that you did experience with each other. So that is what I have for whomever this is meant for. Beautiful message. Absolutely. Dude is right on. Right on. Great energy. Love his energy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Smashing that like button. It definitely helps out with my channel. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.